Yeah. See what we got. Getting people in the chat room. Yeah. Get on in here. Looking a little shiny. A little shiny. A little too shiny. There they go. There they go. Doing the stream on the phone. Got the chat rolling right here. Your cousin walked out, huh? Your cousin walked out. Damn shame. Garage movie? Or did you mean a big old piece of trash? Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Yeah, what was funny was there were people commenting that didn't believe that people walked out. Like, what's to lie about? If people were walking out, people were walking out. You know what I mean? Just because they didn't walk out my movie theater. It must be a lie. People are ridiculous. And a few people were asking me, well, why didn't you say nothing about Kang? I heard Kang is the greatest thing. Well, I did talk about Kang. I said all the acting was good to great. Ain't that what I said in the review? All the acting was good to great. That's what I said. So that included all of the actors. And I even said something about that. Well, you don't understand why people hate the movie? Because it's your opinion that you like the movie. So you're unable to understand other people's feelings on the movie. Not everybody can understand other people's feelings on the movie. Like, I can understand if people liked it. It doesn't boggle my mind to not understand, to understand it. It's like, yeah, some people are gonna like it. Okay, that's good for them. It's another movie that they can add to their Marvel library that will, enlighten their entertainment. But for me, it didn't work. It just is what it is. Go watch my movie review if you're asking me what I would rate the movie. Shame on you. Should have known that by now. Yeah, MODOK's face looked ridiculous, didn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. I was like, what are they doing? You know? Yeah, the CGI was weird. It was hit or miss. It was hit or miss. And, the whole rumor is that there are certain really good CGI artists out there and people that work in the industry that just don't want to work with Disney anymore because of their schedule and, not giving people enough time. Can I see? Well, that's their plan. Can I see him sticking around? That's their plan. So I didn't feel threatened by Kang. I don't feel worried. I don't feel concerned. He's not a bad villain. But when he got dragged away by those ants, I was just like, Thanos wouldn't have got dragged away by ants, So, Thanos Thanos is still my favorite Marvel villain, then Loki. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want to throw Kang in there after him, okay. I mean, actually, I don't know, I might put Kang with Ultron. I liked Ultron. I'm trying to think of the different villains, you know, the memorable ones that we've had. Yeah, we know the ants were advanced. We know this. There's no need to even mention it. Like I said, if he's so Kang the Conqueror, he got dragged away by a bunch of ants. Okay. But they were super ants. They were super ants. They were on steroids. They're all. Yeah, well, we haven't seen Doctor Doom on here in recent times. So, ask me some. Come on, y'all. Start asking me the spoiler questions that y'all want answered. Yeah, we need James Cameron CGI team for everything. Every movie that requires CGI requires his team. Every movie will be incredible with special effects. The fight was all right. Yeah, between Ant-Man and Kang, the fight was all right. You know, he was stomping him. I was like, ooh, this is getting brutal. And, you know, I watched several different reviews. And it's funny, too, because you could tell the people that were holding back absolutely raw, destroying the film. I could tell which guys were being nice, which people were really not saying what they really wanted to say about the movie. After this movie, Kang feels like a minor threat. He does. You're right. Is Kang worth me singing the movie? Look, I told y'all in the review, if you are a Marvel fan that is one of the fans that has to like see everything just to have seen it and make sure you stitch together everything, you know, how everything's linked, because they link everything, then go see it. But I didn't go see it in 4DX. I didn't go see it in 3D. I got a 3 o'clock showing. I got a 3 o'clock showing and hardly paid anything because I have a monthly membership with Regal, and you can like go see movies all the time. And I paid like $1 something for both tickets because I pay like 20 something a month to go. Yeah, so they got a pretty good deal. You guys should look into that. Do you think Bill Murray was wasted? Yeah, he was wasted. Like he didn't enhance or degrade the movie in any way, you know. I think it would be better if Ant-Man and Wasp got stuck after beating Kang. Also, how does the strongest so on so Kang get beat by Ant? I know. He's so dangerous, you know. But then the rest of them, it didn't make any sense. I mean, this is a guy who claimed that he beat the Avengers several times or killed them several times. And they were taken out by they were taken out by the Ant family. The Ant family took them down. Isn't that right, Joker? Yes, it's correct, Bruce. King the Conqueror, dragged away by silly ants. I wouldn't have got dragged away by bats, ants, or anything. I was like, what in the hell? And you know, he had a really, earlier in it, he had a calm menacingness, composure about him. But as it went on, You know, he just did not. He doesn't scare me, and I wanted him to scare me. Similar to Ultron, what do you think about this Kang going beyond the world to become Beyonder and destroy all Kang to create one? I don't really care, to tell you the truth. People are going to move to DC if Marvel doesn't get their crap right, because DC is now. I don't think DC's catching up. DC has yet to show us that they're a power player, and right now Marvel is stumbling over their woke footsteps. We will see what they decide to do. We will see what they decide to do. If what's going to happen is, if Marvel doesn't get their shit correct, then if DC gets their stuff correct, that's when they're going to overtake Marvel. That's how I see it. Yeah. But like with Ultron, you know, there was that first trailer is all menacing. There are no strings on me. When he did that, that was like, whoa, this dude is scary. You saw the movie, Ultron wasn't as scary as what you thought. But then you had somebody like Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. He got into the mix and he really showed you who he was when he single-handedly, with calculated hits, knocked out the Hulk. That was like, oh, this dude is not to be trifled with. That was like, okay. And I'm scared of Thanos. I'm like, Thanos is someone who took and removed his daughter's eyes and arm and all these parts and replaced them with mechanical things. And I mean, just the way he treated people and just calmly committed these atrocities that he did. That was a true psycho or sociopath, alpha male leader. He might actually have been a Sigma. He actually might be a Sigma. But man, Thanos was scary. Thanos is the best villain they've had. Kang felt like the villain from Ted, who's calm with minor outbursts. Want to dance with the juice boxes? Breaking news: the writers of Quantumania is confirmed to write Avengers Kang. Yeah, I heard. Heard about all that. Do I think he has the potential to be a better villain than Thanos? Yes, I do think he has the potential. There are many people that do not live up to their potential. So we shall see. It's all in how they're going to write it. Jonathan Majors acts fine. He's great. It's just, what are they going to write for him to do? Because they wrote Thanos great. Didn't hate this movie, but still Marvel is declining. The only reason I jumped on for Guardians is because of James Gunn. MODOK looked terrible. Yeah, MODOK was terrible. The scene with MODOK and Cassie was horrible. Yeah. You know, the special effects for her when it first show her shrink in her suit and she starts running, didn't it look stupid and choppy? It looked weird. I said to Scarlet, I was like, why is she running like that? Why does she look stupid like that? Like all choppy. Like that shouldn't look like that. This is Marvel. I remember how her father looked running in his suit and doing things. I think Disney got worried and delayed the Marvels. I don't know. Other Marvel cast is carrying MCU now. It feels older. Oh yeah, well all the older movies are carrying the greatness of what Marvel is. All the older movies, because we all know, they went super woke with Captain Marvel, and then they injected the wokeness into Endgame. As great as Endgame was, but all the other movies before that, they weren't doing that garbage, I don't think. So, I was thinking about this the other day. I think I can settle on Infinity War probably being the greatest superhero movie of all time. It probably is. I'd be fine with people arguing that Captain America Civil War or Captain America the Winter Soldier is, or even Endgame, because of the spectacle. But, and there are older movies like, Superman and, stuff like that. But it's probably the best Marvel movie, though, Infinity War, just how they really put it together. And yes, hashtag bring back the Russo bros. Hashtag it. Get it trending, y'all. The only thing you didn't like was the blasphemy. What blasphemy? This is a few of you did comment about, Tyrone, you said it wasn't woke, but it was, because this and that. And I was like, you know what? I forgot about that. I would still say that I don't think the movie was woke, but it did have woke elements. So Endgame wasn't woke, but it did have woke elements. Get it? That's what I'm trying to say here. But it was, I would say it had more woke elements than something like Endgame. It did. I forgot. It's just when I was so, you know what I mean? When I came home to give you guys the review, and I was just like, and you guys always ask me if something woke. And it just didn't. And I remember sitting there in the theater when Ant-Man Sr. was talking about the ants, and said something about socialism, and I was like, people are going to have something to say about that. People are going to have something to say about that. And I forgot all about the whole Cassie Lang activism stuff. I forgot all about it. I did. I totally forgot about that. And the girls were saving the guys or whatever. I would say the standout performances, though, were Michelle Pfeiffer and Jonathan. Michelle Pfeiffer and Kang were the best. I enjoyed watching their acting, their performance better. Kang the Conqueror didn't have his chair, so I don't think he was fully powered up. He seemed like he had an attachment to it in the movie. Okay. The way Cassie and Hope were treating Scott at the beginning of the movie felt weird. He didn't do anything wrong, but they were gaslighting him. I don't remember. I don't remember if they were gaslighting him. I do remember a couple. I think I know what you mean. I do remember a couple of things where I was just like, why did they say it like that? Why did they talk to him like that? You know what I mean? Yeah, to me, Cassie was just there. She was okay. Some people said it was a setup type movie. They're like, some people were just like, they did a great job of just setting up and setting up and setting up and setting up. But as its own individual thing, it was just bad. And people kept asking me in the comments, did you like it better than Thor Love and Thunder? No. I think I gave Thor Love and Thunder a 3, which was probably generous at the time. But Thor Love and Thunder, as silly as it was, I still laughed. I still found like a lot of people were irritated with the goats. But I probably laughed every time that the goats Yeah, I mean, I probably laughed every time, you know. Dear, um, Scarlet, Hemsworth and Portman. What score did you give it? Go watch the review. Yeah, come here if you're safe to be on camera. Okay, can't have you busting butt naked on the Magnus sites. That will go viral, and you will become more popular than me, just like Kim Kardashian did to Ray J. That kind of rhymed. I hate to play ahead of the game. Bars! Come here. Sit. Did you like the movie?
Not so much.
Not so much. This Ant-Man, not so much. Didn't like it.
Not so much.
Not so much.
I wouldn't call it. I don't think I would call it trash. I wouldn't call it.
It was a big old piece of trash, Deborah.
I wouldn't call it a disaster either, but I don't know. For me, I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I just couldn't, y'all.
There were people that didn't believe that people were walking out. They
No.
didn't believe.
They were walking out. Like, no joke. And I've never seen that before, ever.
Yeah, I've been places where I've seen it, you know.
Was there a movie that we went to that people, or maybe you were telling me that you went?
Yeah, there may have been another one where people were walking out. I can't remember, but
yeah, I've never seen people walking out of a theater, and this was my first time, and I was just like, man, like, at least
they had their jackets on. They weren't going to the bathroom.
No,
they had their jackets on, and the woman had her purse too. They
never
left.
came back because we stayed for the post-credit scenes, and they never came back. They left.
Yep.
We both looked at each other like, did they just walk out?
And people's all like, nobody walked out of my theater. And I'm like, just because nobody walked out of your theater doesn't mean that people didn't walk out of theaters. That doesn't
happen. Like, there's more than one theater in this
yeah.
freaking world. Like,
Nerdrotic posted a picture on Twitter of an empty theater he was in. And when Captain Marvel came out, remember, there was a bunch of people talking about how all the theaters were empty. And there's just rumor going around that what Disney was doing was basically buying up all the tickets to make it look like it was more popular than what it was. So now I talked to a director in Hollywood. No, it wasn't Zack Snyder, but I spoke to a director. And he told me when I asked him about that, he said, that happens all the time. Movie studios buy up their own tickets all the time to hit certain numbers in the press.
That is so wild.
I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, that's common. When I talked to him about it, he was just like, oh yeah, like that happens all the time.
And see, here is my thing. I'm not deep into it like a lot of you guys are, like Tyrone is with the whole MCU and the multiverse and all that stuff. I didn't grow up reading the comics or anything like that. I'm simply going in as a fan who wants to learn how everything connects. And if I don't connect with a movie, I just don't connect with a movie. That's how I'm going into it. Now, based off of the trailers, like I told you guys, I thought that this was going to be a pretty darn good movie. But like I said, there's a lot of movies out there who have great trailers where when you go watch the movie, it's like exceeds the expectations and exceeds what the trailers showed. But then there's other movies out there where the trailers make the movie seem like it's a lot better than what it is. And when you walk in there, you're like,
yeah,
I don't know. I already heard that there were already mixed feelings about this movie. I already heard people disliking this movie. I don't listen to any of that. I want to go experience this for myself.
Connect. They said, why didn't it connect? It just didn't, when it feels right.
It just didn't feel like I just couldn't. It's not that it was boring. I just found myself trying really hard to just really like it. And I think what was taking me out was the CGI wasn't the greatest. I will tell you what it was not.
This is a normie talking.
I'll tell you what it was not. It wasn't the acting, because the acting I think was great. I think everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do. I think Kang might have been the best thing in there. Maybe. That's just my opinion.
I said him and Michelle Pfeiffer were the best.
Yeah, and Michelle Pfeiffer did a great job. By the way, she looks great for her age, and so does Michael Douglas. I think everyone did great. It wasn't the acting. I think it had a lot to do with, there were jokes that weren't landing. There were parts of the movie that it looked gorgeous. Like the seeing it looks good, but then it was just certain.
But it didn't look right.
Yeah, there was just something about it. Like, I don't know.
People were talking about how it kind of looked like a cut and paste job. Like when they showed him Kang at the end, all the different ones, and how they were all together
strange
later. It
to
just
me.
Looked weird. It looked like some fan-made green screen, and he just dropped a bunch of people.
It did.
It looked weird.
That I didn't like. Even if somebody came to me and said, "Okay, look, Scarlet, this is what this means," to me, still, it's just like, I don't know what that is, and I don't care, because it just didn't look like something that I cared. Like, it didn't draw me in to know what it was.
I hear you, Joel.
But this is just me going in as someone who just likes watching movies, and Tyrone is very vocal about how he feels about stuff, and we agree on a lot of things. We have a lot of great things in common when it comes to shows and movies and things like that, and for the most part, we have so much in common that if we don't like something, we don't like something. And if we do, we do. And sometimes
it's rare that we disagree on what we like, which is kind of interesting, because she's not a superhero girl or a nerdy girl or a geeky girl. She grew up the cute, pretty girl, got asked out on dates, all this. She was the cool kid. She wasn't in all this. So, but she did watch it from time to time. She got with me. She's watching everything, and she's gotten into it.
And that's because he helps me.
But it's just strange. She likes everything that I like and hates everything that I hate.
Well, no, and not to mistake it. Like, there's some things that I'll be like, you know what, I think I like that. And he'll be like,
I thought it sucked. You like that? And she'll be like, yeah, I thought it was okay. I'm like, okay.
There are things that we disagree on.
But we don't argue, and I don't harass her.
No.
I don't say, you're a bad person.
No, like, why don't you like it? You don't understand it.
Yeah, let me make you let me explain it 5,000 ways so I can make you understand it so that you like what I like.
Still not gonna like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't like fungus and mushrooms in my food. I don't like it.
A lot of people just don't understand how, like, they think that you don't understand something, and that's why you don't like it the way they do.
Listen, and the reason why I do like the way that, the reason why I do like the things that I do is because he helps me understand it.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to these Marvel movies, just because I didn't grow up reading the comics doesn't mean that I can't enjoy it once I understand how everything begins to connect. Just like you guys, a lot of you guys want me to watch the Loki series after I finish Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
But you should.
And I didn't know up until this movie that this movie connects Loki with that. And of course, we see that there's a post-credit scene. I'm like, that's Loki, ain't it? So that's going to make me want to go even more to watch this, because now I really want to know how everything connects and what's going on. Like, I like to understand. I'm the type of person that I want to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Don't tell me to just do something just to do it. Same thing with movies. Like, there's certain movies that I'm just like, okay, well, why should I watch this and why should I watch that?
See, look, y'all made her go off. See how long she's been talking?
Sorry, y'all.
What's going on?
But yeah, so I'm sorry. So.
Up.
So anyway.
Right. Let me get back to.
But yeah. So
yeah, back to the formula that works. Back to the formula that works.
go watch it for yourself. You guys, some of you guys may, get steered away from watching it because of what you hear. Don't listen to anybody else. Go watch it for yourself. And, if you kind of understand where we're coming from, then you'll be like, oh, that's why they said
Boy
that.
and Lava Girl. I haven't seen that, but I saw that comment a lot. I own Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Let me see something. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D is a 2005 movie directed by Robert Rodriguez, starring Taylor Dooley, Taylor Lautner, and Caden Boyd.
See, now y'all gonna make me go watch this. You guys are going to make me go watch this now. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So many people kept saying that. Well, go ahead and do what you got to do. I just wanted to bring you in to say hello.
Hi, guys.
Go follow Scarlet on Scarlet's Beauty and Gaming, where she does a lot of the same stuff I do and some stuff I don't do. Peace. Mr. Electric. Yeah, that's what people kept saying, Mr. Electric. Giorgio Lopez looks like MODOK and Shark Boy. I don't know. Yeah. Review on Shark Boy. Yeah, I don't know anything about. So, okay, so what else, guys? What else? What else we talking about here? What else didn't I touch on? Comic accurate fanboys are annoying. MODOK is a prime example. We want better films with the characters we have, not cameos or throwaway characters. Yeah, comic accuracy can go both ways. Sometimes it's best to be comic accurate. Sometimes it's best to veer off a little bit when it comes to, live action. I mean, they veered off kind of a lot with Heath Ledger's Joker, but it worked for most people, so it just, it is what it is. It felt like a TV show to you? I'm not from New York, sir. Yeah, that mid-credit scene, man, that was like really, really hokey, man. It didn't look lived in. It looked just green screeny. Something was so weird about that, right? Need the Russos back with the double infinity gauntlets. Fine, we'll do it ourselves. We need them back. I bet you Disney and Marvel is on the phone with the Russos right now. They're like, come on back, baby. Help us out. Come on, what you need, baby? What can we offer you? Look at all the girls we got. We got some girls for you, baby. Look at all the food. Look. We even got that narcotic for y'all. What y'all want? What y'all want, Russos? Girls, get them something to drink. Come on now. Yo, if I was Marvel and Disney, I'd be kissing the Russos' asses right now, trying to get them over. Shoot. I've been talking to Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan. I'd have been all day trying to get Cameron. Everything Cameron touches turned to gold, man. For the most part, Like, I've been trying to get Cameron to do some Marvel stuff. I've been trying to sell Star Wars back to Lucas, get him to direct some more movies. I'd be bringing Spielberg in. I'd be begging everybody if I was Marvel / Disney right now. Oh, man. Shoot. Yo, and you know what this takes me back to? This makes me remember, and some of you guys said this, and I hate to say it, that so far you guys have definitely been at least partially right, maybe even mostly right. When I found out that Disney had purchased 20th Century Fox, so now we're, got all the characters back pretty much for the most part. It was like, all right, I can't wait to see. And then they see the problem was that the whole woke wave wasn't in really full swing at that point. At least I don't believe so. So, but people were like, no, because then when they're all together, I forgot what people were saying, but a lot of people were just like, no, no, no. And I was just like, nah, like I could not see in it not being a win. And now with everything that they've done and everything, it's just like, oh, hell no. Yeah, it's like, oh, hell no. So, yeah, I totally understand why so many were actually afraid and against them buying 20th Century Fox. I get it now. And, all of a sudden they're like, we can't call them X-Men. There's too many women in there. I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, are you really going that far? Like, we're called mankind. We're called men, but includes everybody. It's whatever, man. I think people go too far with this stuff politically, but it is what it is. This is the planet of man. You can't say that. They have women there. Man and woman. Is that okay? The X-Men and X-Women. Coming to a theater near you. Would you prefer less Marvel movies or many so Marvel? Now, see, here's the problem with that question. You're basically talking about what's been going on. And of course, listen, listen, everything all the way up to Endgame, go back. That's funny, Thomas. Go back to what you were doing, everything before Endgame, or 99% of everything before Endgame. They know what works. They know what works. But they wanted to do that, you know what I mean? So we could have, I'm not buying into all the Kang variants as formidable threats. When Ant-Man killed the most powerful variant, I know. See, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like he's supposed to be and then I was questioning. I was like, wait a minute, was he really supposed to be the best? Was he supposed to be the most dangerous? So Marvel, the problem is they started woking everything up. If they had stuck to the goodness of what that they had before Endgame, most of 99% of what they had before Endgame, writing their stuff that way, shooting their stuff that way, keeping their storylines similar to those and expanding on those, I believe they would have been fine. But everyone was angry about all the woke politics that were in the shows and how they were gender bending and switching this and doing that and making the men look weak and making the women super extra powerful to where it was Mary Sue-ish and all this other stuff that was going on, and they started to lose money. Losing money, it's really plain to see what they did wrong. It's not even like, well, let's analyze this. Well, hold on now, maybe. No, it's not maybe. We all know what happened. we've had female heroes for a long time, and and they've been kicking ass for a long time. There was no need to put extra emphasis on it, and then downgrade the men so much and switch everything up, and of course it's female, and it's just they went way too far. Started alienating people. People are like, wait, what are you doing? Huh? You don't have to do that. Like, everybody can be badass together. Like, why do this? If you ever want to see the insanity that talking about stuff like this does, just go to Twitter. That's all you gotta see. Twitter's built different from YouTube. You can still see it on YouTube. You can see it on TikTok, but just go to Twitter. If you've never been, trust me, carry your barf bag with you when you go. But just go, just type my name in, Tyrone Magnus. Just type it in the search bar. See what comes up. People arguing and fighting all day over me not liking a movie or a character or something somebody said or did. It's amazing how much time people can devote of themselves to just being mad at somebody on YouTube or a celebrity. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I get it a lot of times with politicians. Like, they're making, like, major decisions with people's lives. But when somebody is just like, the movie was boring to me, I didn't like it, I didn't enjoy the politics in it, like, they see fit to harass people as much. I mean, it's really easy I'm a blocking master. I have blocking down to mastery on all the platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I'm so set up. It's really easy for me to stay away from the majority of all drama on there. You know what I mean? Every once in a while it slips through. And they know, because people actually get mad and screenshot when they get blocked by me on Twitter. That's the funny one. They're like, that coward blocked me! I'm like, wow. I rained on your parade because you were harassing me. I blocked you. Like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, they're like our digital living room that we invite you into to entertain you. Hey, come on over, which is what you did right now. You've all come over to my office to be entertained. Come on in. But you can't disrespect the host. So they got to throw you out. If I don't throw you out personally, I got to have you removed. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. Can't disrespect the host. Trust me, when y'all done this, when you're done this live stream with me, I want you all to go to Twitter and type my name in. Just type it in. And just and see. It's just like, yo, man, these people, it's like, no joke, it's like clinical mental insanity over there. That's why I'm not over there much. You see me post a lot of all my videos there, and then, I'll check every couple of days or two, because I do like to check out different people's profiles. Some people over there like fighting, which is kind of funny, and there's certain Twitter channels over there that post some interesting stuff, so I'll go over, and that's usually when I run into the BS. I don't run into it. It just depends. It's usually when something controversial is going on, where people are mad about a show or a movie or something like that. But usually my Twitter is quiet when controversy isn't happening in the world over, like Scooby-Doo or, The Last of Us or Marvel or something like that. It's always quiet. But as soon as something like that, something crazy happens, I'm like, yeah, they have some woke shit in it. And then someone will be like, they said the movie was woke. Tyrone, my life sucks because Tyrone doesn't doesn't like the movie, what am I going to do? So, let's get back to some more MCU. Yeah, yo, trust me, let me tell you something. I would never let another YouTuber or celebrity ruin my day because they don't like a movie or show that I like. It would never happen. It doesn't make any sense, man. It's like, I don't know. You put too many eggs in a basket with someone else's opinion. It's weird. Yes, we can see what you're saying, sir. So, going forward with Marvel, I'm not excited. I'm not excited. This was the first Marvel movie I did not buy in 4DX. Ever since I discovered 4DX, every Marvel movie I bought in 4DX. And 4DX tickets cost a lot. Nope. What's the next Marvel movie? I bought Fast X in 4DX. I'll go see that in 4DX. They let me down with the last one, but they always satisfy me for the most part. The last one was ugh. Guardians of the Galaxy. At this point, I'm concerned about that. I am. At this point, I'm concerned about that. It could end up being great. Remember, I liked the first one. The second one was okay with me. This one, we'll see. The first one made me a fan. I was like, yo, like, this was their shot in the dark, and they made this work. That's when I found out who James Gunn was. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All super chat questions will be answered, by the way. If I missed any of you, I don't think I did. Woo from Robert Ayala. Not buying into those Kang variants as formidable threats when Ant-Man killed the most powerful. Yeah, saw that one due to... is this movie seen? Yeah, okay. I think I caught up and seen everybody's super chat. Yeah. Shazam. No, the first one was okay with me. You know, I think I might have gave it like maybe a 3, something like that. You know, we'll see. Listen, I mean, first of all, I wish he had a confrontation with Black Adam. I mean, that's like Superman without Lex Luthor. You know, like I don't understand why they didn't. You know, but whatever. People told me that people were saying that they were really worried about Blade now. After seeing this, they're like, oh no. I believe that this is the middle of the course correcting back to doing what works. I do. I honestly believe that this is probably what's happening. I told you when I was watching the movie, there were points where I was like, see, now with everything going on, normally Marvel, like in my head, I'm like, normally they would do this. But they actually did this, which makes me think they reshot it or they changed something. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was thinking watching it. I was like, So I think they're starting to course correct. And we'll start to get real true course corrections within the next couple of years with stuff. So. Oh, I am truly concerned about Daredevil. After She-Hulk and what they did, I am frightened for Daredevil. However, if they're doing reshoots, if they got time to do reshoots and re-edit things, then we should be okay. things with Daredevil should be fine, right? If they're making a course correction, it should be fine. God. I love Netflix's Daredevil. Please do not mess up Daredevil. Yeah, I know they cut out Henry Cavill from The Flash. That's what everybody's saying. I'm really bothered by that. I hope he's still in it. I hope they at least found a way to fit both of them in there. But yeah, I like him. I like Kang. I liked him. I liked him, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what they do with him. It's those three Kangs talking at the end were weird, and just showed the stadium full of them, and just that shot from the comics that they make. I was like, okay, it's cool, but man, I don't even know. People asking me the worst Marvel movie of Phase 4. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know where Phase 4 began and ended. It just, Phase 4 felt like just some jumbled mess. I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. I'm going to lose it if Blade is bad. I am going to lose it if Blade is bad. I told you I'm not afraid to tell you guys the truth. If I don't like something, I don't like it. I'm just gonna let you know. So I'm stick here for somebody that'll never shill. I was watching somebody the other day, and I really like his reviews, and I've been watching him for a while, and I could tell, he didn't want to be as blunt. He wasn't able to be as blunt as he wanted to be. Well, he was, but I think that he didn't want to ruffle too many feathers. I've watched his videos for years, and I remember even a video I saw the other day, like he said something, and the way he said it comically, but it let me know, just because YouTuber to YouTuber, I was like, he's getting real fed up with people's BS. I can tell from the way he did that. Yeah. Yeah, MCU does not own the rights to Hulk. Nope. Well, are you guys done asking me questions about the movie? Because if that's the case, then I will end it here. If you got some more questions about the movie, I can answer some more. Listen, none of the best movie that could save Phase 5, none of the movies are going to save Phase 5. None. Unless they do things right in the way fans want them now. That's it. They're in WWE territory at this point. Yeah, I'm not excited for the Marvels. That will be done on an easy day. Just like Ant-Man was. Go see it at 3 o'clock, pay $1 for the tickets, walk in and walk out. If it's good, I will tell you guys. If it's not, I will tell you guys. Yeah, as long as they continue to do what they're doing, yeah, it's it feels weird for me to say this, but I hope there never comes a day where I'm not watching Marvel movies anymore. Could you imagine that? That I actually stopped watching Marvel movies and I'm only watching DC, trying to see if they're going to get their shit together. And if they can't, then I don't watch them at all. And I'm just reviewing regular action movies and other dramas and thrillers and scary movies, and that's it. No superhero movies. Could you imagine that? No Star Wars movies. That would be nuts. I cannot imagine me never watching superhero movies again, kind of like I don't watch wrestling anymore. Like, but they could do it. They could do that to me if they beat me over the head enough with all this BS they've been doing. Rise of Skywalker and Ant-Man 3. Oh, man. Oh, God. The Rise of Skywalker made me more angry, so I'll go with Ant-Man 3. Rise of Skywalker made me more angry. Oh, God. That movie sucked. So bad. That and The Last Jedi. So bad. You remember how happy and exhilarated and inquisitive we all were when The Force Awakens came out? God, we had so many fan theories and speculations. We were so excited. Star Wars was back. Nobody had a problem with Daisy Ridley. Nobody had a problem with the fact she was a woman and she was powerful in the Force. Nobody had a problem with nothing. It wasn't nothing like that. But then in the next two movies, it started to happen. But, oh God, we were so excited. We were like, yo, like her and John Boyega, like they're going to be both Jedis. Like everybody was like, and then they made all these other weird woke corrections and pissed most people off and pissed even more people off in The Rise of Skywalker. It was just like, oh my God. How annoyed are you that we haven't gotten any news on Spider-Man 2 game yet? Not concerned at all. Not annoyed or concerned whatsoever. Do the games and do them right and get them out. Don't rush them out. Don't give me broken games. I'm that guy that doesn't care when the game comes out. Just bring it out and make sure it runs right. Put everything you got into it. Spider-Verse is going to be better than this phase. Probably. And Disney and Marvel knows that Sony is doing better Marvel movies than they are. Right now, at least with, not Morbius, but No Way Home. It was kind of like a flagpole plant right there, Spamming will get you blocked. So I dare you to keep spamming that question. Why don't you watch both reviews and then you'll know the answer to that question. If you saw my Doctor Strange review and you saw this review, then you already know what I think. Alrighty. One more. I want to see one more in your band. One more. And we having our own block party. Me and you. Me and you about to have a block party. One more. I dare you. You're getting all the attention you want on this stream. I got time today. Show no mercy. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what they do with the next Kangs. I was hoping that this Kang would stick around. It was like, wait, you killed him? You killed him. Do it. Do it. It's like he's supposed to be the most dangerous, but you killed what? I liked him. I wanted him to stick around. I wanted to see, his growth as a villain, but they didn't want to do that for us. Well, hold on, I got a message here. Yeah, I know nothing about that. This chick go to somebody's house for a little birthday party. I'm like, you didn't tell me about that. I heard he gets beat by a bunch of genius ants. That's what happens. He gets beat up. He gets beat up and dragged out of the bar by a bunch of ant bouncers. That's what happened. They're dragging him out, and his heels was getting scuffed on the ground. The ants was drowning. He was like, oh! Ah! That's how they were dragging him out. Ah! Ah! Ants about. Ah! Ah! I am Kang! That's what happened, y'all. All right, guys. On that note, I'm gonna get going. I will see y'all later. And yeah. 10 million subscribers. Thank you all for being here. Woo!